Did you know that they're making a season for the Broadchurch? Well, you know, I've been told to take more naps, so that's good. Patinator, Exanima, and I do like playing while I'm sick. I do like recording while I'm sick because it makes me practice. It helps me improve myself as a human being, because if I can do it while I'm sick, let's go into this elimination, I can do it well while I am, well, you know, well. And I did record something for yesterday, but here's the dealio. I was one sick too. There's a recent Windows update that I've been holding off on. And you know what that thing did to me? It changed the settings on my recorder on DX Story. And do you know how fucked up that is that a Windows update would actually change the settings? I don't know, it's probably not intentional, but you know, it never used to do that. It never used to tell me left was right, or that one sound card was another before, whenever it updated. But then again, I didn't really use my computer for more than masturbating and playing video games and working. Not really recording, I guess. Recording is the only thing I really changed up on since I moved to Windows 10. But the important part is, I think we're okay. I think we're alright. Baby, we're here to stop your crying. Chase all the brains from his head. Kill all the monsters underneath his bed. So that's why I have an extra... Oh, my skull! Let's be more careful. That, there we go. Let's steal that, by the way. And that's why we have a bit more money and a lot more wounds than we had before. This is the new update, which unfortunately means Tiny Rick is no longer falling on his goddamn ass every time he spawns. And I swear to God, they're watching, and that's how they figured out. Wait a minute, making a dude tiny makes you fall over. That's pretty silly. But I doubt it, because patches take a while to prepare, and thus they would have had that to repair for like weeks now before that happened. Okay, let's see if this is the kind of guy that makes me think I'm a high school student again. No, it is not. No, it is not a guy with a shield. You know, you ever think about who you were in high school? Like, you know, because I was a shit in high school. I was a shit to my parents. I was a shit to my brother. I was a shit to myself. I was a shit to people around me. Not that I am a shit, you know, not a shit to people now, but it's more of a measured kind of shittiness, the kind that, you know, that might make people think maybe he's trying to teach them a lesson or something. No, but, you know, and it was the useless kind of shit, the kind that you're actually embarrassed to be very like, oh, I'm the clever kind of shit. No, this was a sort of shit that oh yeah, here you go. This is the guy that reminds me I'm back in high school. Or makes me feel like it anyway. It also has a double swing, which is a problem. We're just gonna attack after the second swing, keep ourselves safe because our red damage is a little high. And yeah. And no matter what you do, you know, no matter how good you get, no matter how successful you are, no matter how beautiful your girlfriend or how good your life, you go back and meet somebody from that same high school, and all of a sudden you're that same piece of shit again. And you can't get away from it. Like, it's like your instant I'm a shit button. Like, oh, there that guy is. Well, I guess I'd better start eating my poop again. That's just the life, I guess, when you meet people from high school. And then you laugh as they laugh at you, and, you know, and they think, man, we're lucky he's here because we can base our development on him, since he's never changed and he's always a shit. Look at how successful we are. And that's how I feel when a shield person is against me in Exanima. I feel like a shit because they make me feel like I've never learned anything from Exanima, and I'm never going to improve. But I will eventually when I buy more appropriate clothes. Apparently they added new stuff to Exanima that I'm not aware of, and I haven't found. Heck, I haven't found any aspirant daggers, and I'd really love to find some aspirant daggers, but I think hiring somebody will help with that a lot. Let's go look for our first merchant for this run again. I'm probably gonna end this this series once we kill a beast at master level, though that sounds a little, you know, unlikely because I can't even beat it. Then maybe the extra armor will make it easier. Thank you. That's exactly what we were looking for. I don't even care about his name. I just care about what he brings to the table. Let's bring some aspiring weapons out here. I'm not too concerned about the armor because it's not. I don't feel it's worth the investment to get into their armor. Just dodge, man. They're not gonna give you anything that won't get you red damage if you're. You know, it doesn't protect your head, I think is what I'm trying to say. Now we're gonna play safe. We're gonna go with a duel. Hopefully, that guy will get access to weapons. I mean, yeah, of course. That's exactly what he needs to do. I mean, that's his job. That's why we bought him and made him our human slave. Wonder how my other slaves are doing in that other playthrough. I mean, the one where I died in. Head slack. Oh shit. That's a weird one. Yeah, it appears that they added new items in their most recent patch, so I'm gonna get into that. Yeah, I'm gonna end the run once Ivory beat the beast, or we have a bunch of masters just sitting around doing nothing. Barring another big patch or something, because that's only really what I want to do. I want to play with the new stuff that they keep bringing out until this game is fully released, and hopefully there's a point to be arena. Haha, bopped your butt. Which is generally not something you want to do to people unless you're really, really close with them. And even if you are, I think consent, like, is still a thing. I mean, I know for most horny teenagers, male or female, the only thing stopping them from having a lot of sex is the consent of the other person. And that is totally fine by me, like, you know, as long as both parties are consenting. The problem really is the understanding, because after the act is done, some people change their minds. Because, you know, if that wasn't what I thought it would be, well, shit. No one told you life was going to be this way, I guess. And I don't condone it, but, you know, sometimes people make mistakes. And shit. Oh, a dagger. Sweet. That's good for Tiny Rick. This is good for Tahor. We got the money. No, it hasn't fully converted yet. Is that an Inspiring Club? Yeah, let's go give him a club and a thing. That'll be neat. That'll be sweet. Tiny Rick. As you can tell, the cold is still with me. I'm still a little sick. I'm trying to work through it. Oh, excuse me. I know you can dual wield, you shit. Hey, I bought another dagger. I guess we didn't need to buy that everyone. Oh yeah, double dagger. Live the code of the dagger. Fight for right the might of the dagger. With the heart of the dagger. Stabs, a stabs, a stab, a stab, a stab. Wait, what? Am I using that? Oh shit, I bought him a bill. I think this isn't an inspiring weapon. Yeah, well, at least we have a weapon for him in the next tier. Not like we get swords until adept anyway. Alright, let's go challenger. I feel like there's about to be a lot of noise. Yeah, I feel like there's about to be a lot of noise. Let's bring Tahor out. Because it's been a while. It's been a while since we brought out Tahor. And everybody's got the double swing now, so it doesn't matter. Countering is a bit more difficult, as it were. Where he Big 4 here, Big TH, Big Baldy is going to be in charge of our not dual wielding, two-handed weapon efforts. And with the bill, he shall start us out. With the bill, he shall create his own legacy. He shall carve his name into the faces of his enemies. You know, there's not a lot of that guy's face left, but I'm sure we'll find some space if we really, really look that hard. If we really wanna zig-a-zig. Yeah. Secondary. There we go. Big hammer. Big hammer for a big man. He's a steel-driving man, and the nail is that guy's face. There you go. By the way, since we're in the middle of the video and, you know, propaganda seekers are gone, I can probably discuss this without, you know, being threatened with death and execution for being a quote-unquote traitor to my country. But there are several things I'd like to clear on. One, it is said that 3/4 of the Philippine people agree with Duterte's thing. Excuse me. With how the Duterte administration is running things with, you know, all the extrajudicial killings and shit. And basically sending us back to the Stone Age in terms of humanity and respect for life. Or maybe the Medieval Age, I don't know. It says 3/4 of the people agree with him. I'm not sure if that's true. And because I don't know anyone that does agree with him. And I know a lot of people from a lot of walks of life. But I'm pretty sure a lot of them disagree with all the murders too. So, you know, either the people have made me a minority in that I don't like extrajudicial killings, or, you know, which is pretty good reason to leave because I no longer relate to how my country, you know, feels it should be run too. You know, if it's not true, if they're in control of the media and they're not even ashamed of it, which basically makes it a dictatorship without the banner of dictatorship, the lazy fuck. Which means pretty much the same thing. I probably should get out of here before, you know, it gets pretty much worse. I'm not a problem solver, man. I'm a runner. I'm a survivor. That's what my family taught me. That's how I was raised. Survive. And 2, there is a report of our cops saying that they're guardian angels because they murder people. Let me repeat that for you. Those are the cops. Not like, okay, let's get out of here. Those are the cops. Like when they dump bodies on the street, when they raid your home, see that you don't have a gun, and that you're defenseless, shoot you, and then mark you as like, yeah, he was a drug dealer, we killed him. They say that, you know, yeah, we're the guardians angels here, getting rid of the bad people and protecting all the good people by murdering people in their sleep, even though half the time we're not even sure if they're guilty. You know, we are judge, jury, and executioner and shit. And they're the guardian. I just want to say that if that's true, I need to get out of here really fast, my man. That's not me, the security, but I was, you know, but the social contract of, like, having a government, like, indicates. Just like that, the social contract of me stabbing this gigantic human being in the gut with a bowl haircut. Bye-bye, Mr. Gigantic Human Being with a bowl haircut. Tiny Rick does not put up with, Are we in high school again? Because I feel like I'm in high school again, surrounded by people, you know, who had the puberty early. And thus would smash me in the face at the first given opportunity. Not that I ever got beaten up in high school. I was too fast of a runner, I was too smart, I kept my head down. And you know, I gotta get out of here. It used to be that, you know, I'd tell people, like, don't go down that place, you know, you're gonna get robbed there. Now it's like, don't go down that area, it's dark, people are gonna rob you, and the cops might think you're a drug dealer and need to pad the numbers for their kill quota for this month because they're the fucking guardian angels, and doesn't that sound really fucking scary? Well, you know, and I'm gonna judge people for what they do or what they think. And in fact, in some level, in some very disgusting, distressing level, I think that that's for the best. Not the best, but that they think that they're good is a good sign. Because they're not contradicting their brains, they're not jumping up and down their own asses trying to make this start. They're not like, oh, that's the evil thing we want to do. No, they think they're doing good. And maybe that's just something that's born out of desperation, out of just not knowing what else they can do to help their fellow man. That is tragic. Now I can respect that shit. But I'm still gonna run, like, you know, as fast as I can, the other direction. Or it's a place where, you know, but the biggest problem I face will be racism. Not getting like, oh, that guy, he has long hair. Maybe he's some sort of incredible, like, drug dealer that stabbed himself at a good lord the president will give us more money. I don't know, I think that's how that works anyway. Like, I'm gonna run straight the other direction. Like, racism is, oh, I think that guy's just, you know, he's just the shit of the earth, and his genes are genetically worse than us. Oh, thank you. Will you kill me for it? No, I'm just gonna look down on you. Oh, that's alright, as long as you don't let it affect our professional relationship. We're good, I guess. Yeah, I'm sorry if this got dark. That's what happens to me when I get sick. Apparently, I have a lot of filters. And one of those filters is distress at the way the world is working. I feel like, you know, the funny thing is, I feel like this isn't new. Like, our parents were like, oh, that's great, we made a child, we put him into this world with all the atomic bombs and the murderers and the demons and the Saddam Husseins. Oh, joy, we did such a good job putting them in such a dangerous world. And now, you know, we're in that position. We're the parents now. And we're the ones who are like, maybe we should get out of here or not make babies, because holy shit, why are we putting people into this situation? Good luck, honey. We're gonna tell you the myth of the ice caps when you're like 5, so you know exactly how much we fuck this shit up. We're all culpable, my man. Yeah, okay. You think that you think anybody who said, like, I would say that, you know, I'm like what you call it, being hey, double stabbed him. Saying that I'm being a little sensitive about the issue, but come on, my man. Our proposed guy for these, there's a guy who's running for, I think, liaison to the United States, whose Twitter contains the word fuckface repeatedly, and go fuck that guy's life up. Like, he's a fucking bully. He's like, and he's seriously gonna be considered like a liaison for the UN or something. I'm not gonna name names because that guy might actually send people to, you know, fuck up my life. Maybe not to kill me, but nah, it's not likely. I don't think I matter in any way. And believe me, that is not something I feel bad about in any way. Like, if I don't matter, okay, let me stay under the radar for now, unless I can actually make a difference. But I don't think so. But, like, he uses the word fuckface. Who would trust a guy in a position that goes up to, I don't know, Putin? No, I should probably, like, whoever the Prime Minister of Britain is now, like, hey, fuckface, how you doing? Fuck yourself too. And then war, and then we're dead. Yeah, apparently being sick takes care of a lot of my barriers. There's that. Thank goodness I'm unimportant. Thank goodness I am small. Thank goodness that I can speak my mind in a manner but doesn't indicate my immediate. Wow, that was a quick punch. That was a quick series of punches that won't get anybody else hurt, I guess. Whew. I got that off my chest. Aren't you? Let's go smack some more people with Tiny Ricks. Got a plan, Tiny Ricks. Oh, wow, that looked like it hurt. Now we're playing a little bit better. Must admit, and I mean, I talk shit like that, and it makes things sound very bad, but I mean, here's the thing. You might not have known this, and I'm pretty sure you might not have, considering like our news doesn't matter. Our news is our news, and your news is your news. Just because it's big to us doesn't mean it's big to you or your history, and that's totally fine. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's, I don't hold that against you. But then back in the day, there was this big guy, there was this mean guy, there was this dictator. It was a dictator for 20 years, and he kind of killed a lot of people. Like, that was like, somebody tried to make a publication or a book or tried to report on his killings, and basically, I think the term in the Philippines is to salvage. We basically fucked up his son and threw him in a river or something. Not that, yeah, you see any rivers in the cities in the Philippines? You're probably looking at like 5-6 dead people at any given time. You think I'm kidding, but that's tradition here. You throw people in the fucking river. The problem is the rivers aren't that deep. So, we're gonna find those at some point. Anyway. And most of those will be government killings. Yeah. And his son, almost became vice president. Could have even become president if he was, if he had run for president. I actually wouldn't be surprised. But he almost became vice president. And he's still basically as corrupt as his entire family was. We never got the money back that we stole from, the Philippines, and he still became, he almost still won a vice presidency. He's still in government. And you know what? I kind of understand why people voted for him, because not everybody who was affected, as grievously, had that same experience. Everyone, some people must have benefited from it. Some people, and who weren't his minions. Some people were just not as affected as the rest of us were. And, the rest of that generation was. I wasn't alive at the time. And I get that. I totally get that. And I guess that's the same thing that's happening now. Not everyone's gonna fall under the same thing. Just because it scares me doesn't mean it should scare everybody. And it's not as bad. Most times, most days go perfectly quietly. But isn't that the problem? Just because it's quiet for me doesn't okay, this is not gonna go well. Just because it's quiet for me doesn't mean that it's okay for everybody. And that has been Pat's Political Power Hour. The talk, what doesn't matter, with what I say the things and I say the feelings, and ultimately nothing will change. Because I'm the coward. I'm not gonna do anything about it. Why? Because I got people to protect. And maybe that's the reason I should do something about it. Nah, you know what? No. I'm a big old coward. XCOM, I wouldn't even go into the alien nest without like having plasma shit. Being ready to roll and smite. I would never fight across or fight up. I would always fight down. I'd be the bully. I'd be the superior. I'd be the one with the biggest guns. Before I'd even consider having a fight. And when the people are against you, when it's not just, when it's not just one crazy person with a lot of guns, but the people of the country seemingly agreeing on on the insanity, well, you know what? I'm gonna bow out, because I'm the minority here. I'm the one moving against the grain, and not because, it's your country. It is not politics because the smartest people lead. No, that is literally not, how democracy works. Democracy works with the majority and the average do it. And if the average says everybody's gotta die, well, step back, son. That's how democracy works, I guess. That's kind of a downer way to look at it. And that's where I am right now. Hopefully I'll be more cheerful in the next few videos. I think I've just become very morose because I'm sick. And again, like I said, average day still pretty good. An average person's still gonna walk away from this entire issue, probably at the very least, probably better or mostly unchanged. And as a person who's not thinking about the next generation because I'm not planning on having a kid, it affects me very little. Yeah, I don't have to think maybe I should start preparing for how the next generation should be treated. Nope, I'm good. Don't care about the next generation. And as far as my own, genetic seed, but I do have cousins who have kids, I guess. They're far away, bro. Get slashed on. I apologize. I really do. I tried to make that entire sequence of, you know, rants as Steel's clothing, by the way. I think I tried to make it, like, entertaining, but I just need to get that off my chest, and I didn't want to make my own video about what I think about the politics of the Philippines. Like, no. You know, the worst part about it is, like, I have all these, like, reactions and, like, things about it, but honest to God, I'm one of the least qualified people to talk about this. Maybe this is just, you know, a necessary part of transitioning. Like how the Dark Ages were kind of a necessary part of understanding science. We just had to get all that stupidity out of our system, and then here we are, doing better than before, wasting our time in front of, you know, phones and shit. Or at least, you know, being able to relax at lightning speed rather than, you know, oh goodness, there's the plague again, here I go dying again, and or some shit like that. So, maybe this is just a necessary step in whatever form society takes on next. I'm trying to make it funny, I really am, but it's kind of horrifying. Also, you might die. We didn't. Get fucked. This is T-horror. I'm gonna do one more thing. Honest to God, I didn't want to go down this road. I didn't want to talk like this, but shit. Get smacked. But here we are. Let's focus on ruining their lives. Like this guy whose ponytail says I should be lead barista at Starbucks, but the rest of him says, well, that's all I'll ever be. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can subscribe to the Dark Fluffy Cloud channel so you don't miss a thing. You can also click that thumbs up button to show that you actually enjoyed the thing, which I would truly appreciate. You can also share it with some people who you think may also enjoy the rantings of a raving lunatic. But I'm not the boss of you. Who I am is Patinator, and I'll see you later.